What's going on, you guys? Ryan from Wadfigs here, and welcome back to a brand new video. We just got some breaking news, though not 100% confirmed by WWE themselves, that the one and only Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, could possibly be making his in-ring return in tag team action at that Crown Jewel pay-per-view, or show. That doesn't really sound like a great name, but this is obviously huge news because Shawn Michaels, being one of the greatest superstars of all time, people wanted to see him back for so long. So now that the report coming out by everyone's favorite Dave Meltzer stating that he will be competing in a tag team match with Triple H against Undertaker and Kane certainly is big news. So in this video, we're going to be covering a few opponents I've picked out that Shawn could potentially face if he's going to be officially coming back, though I don't really see him coming back full-time just because of his age and his shape. I'm not really sure if that's something that he would do, but hypothetically, if we could put together some big matches for him to compete in, this video is going to be talking about just that, so let's not waste any time. So I think the obvious choice here, and isn't really something I'm looking that forward to, though I think it's most likely, is The Undertaker going up against Shawn Michaels. Now, obviously, since Shawn has been back on TV hyping up the Triple H and Undertaker match, he had a great promo interaction with Undertaker, and they kind of hinted that Shawn Michaels could be coming back, or if he was, he would be going up against Undertaker. Undertaker had that great line that questioned Shawn Michaels' comeback as whether it's out of respect for Undertaker or it's fear that he wouldn't be able to beat the Undertaker if he came back again. And certainly seeing the reaction of this possible HBK return, it doesn't seem like many people want to see HBK and The Undertaker. I mean, my favorite WrestleMania match of all time is probably HBK versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 25. But at their stages of their careers that they're in right now, will they even get close to that legendary match that they had? I don't really think that's the case. I would certainly pin this as the most likely one-on-one match for HBK, though in terms of matches I want to see, maybe I shouldn't have this on here. Daniel Bryan versus HBK was a match back in maybe 2014 that was rumored to be happening. I mean, HBK was still shutting down the rumors of him coming back when Triple H was feuding with Daniel Bryan during the whole Daniel Bryan Authority feud. Daniel Bryan and HBK had some interactions. In fact, Daniel Bryan even put Shawn Michaels in the yes lock and, of course, made him tap out. I think that was on Raw, if I am correct. And HBK was, I believe, the special guest referee to that one Orton and Daniel Bryan match. So there is a story behind these two that they could build up towards. However, I'm not sure how likely it really is. 2014 was already 4 years ago, which is weird to say because I feel like this Daniel Bryan Authority storyline was just yesterday. But if Triple H, or I keep confusing him, man, if HBK comes back, I should say, to do a one-on-one program, while Daniel Bryan is someone I think it could be, I think there's a higher chance it's some of the other people on this list. Though, HBK in his prime versus Daniel Bryan, we could be talking about one of the greatest matches of all time. Not really sure if that's the case now. Now, this is kind of a weird pick that maybe some of you will disagree with, but I've got Kevin Owens on this list as somebody that I would want and also could see HBK feuding with, though definitely a little bit unlikely, especially just considering how Owens has been kind of not booked the greatest as of late as a main event competitor. But as we know, Owens now is no longer being held accountable for his actions, according to Baron Corbin. Owens quit, and then Corbin convinced him to come back. It's kind of a weird story. But who's to say if at one point Owens isn't a fan of Shawn Michaels coming back, maybe isn't a fan of the spotlight that Shawn Michaels has taken and decides to take action into his own hands and start a feud with HBK as an in-ring match. This, of course, would be great. Owens is a phenomenal in-ring competitor, and if HBK is even 75% of what he used to be, this could be really entertaining promo-wise as well, because Owens is fantastic on the mic, and HBK has already proved in that promo with Undertaker that he can still really go. So I would definitely love to see this program, though the next two I think everybody can agree would be amazing. If Seth Rollins wasn't with The Shield currently, I would lock this in as a 100% we could see this happening if Shawn Michaels returns to in-ring action. But now that Rollins is with The Shield, I'm not sure if at least soon this is a likely matchup, though. A Rollins-HBK dream match is easily one of the biggest dream matches of all time that people want to see. If you talk about an HBK in-ring return, Rollins is going to be one of two guys people bring up that they want to see HBK face. Maybe if it's around WrestleMania, this is something they would consider doing, though I do think the Shield storyline is going to carry on to WrestleMania, so I'm not sure where they're going to go with this, though. Again, just like Owens and Bryan, as an in-ring match, Rollins is one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world right now, so you already know it would be an amazing match, but there's still one more guy on this list that I think would be even better, and that is, of course, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Now, especially if Styles is WWE champion, maybe they do something where Michaels has this one-off tag team match with Triple H, against the Brothers of Destruction, and then he comes back and maybe even wins the Royal Rumble. I mean, how crazy would that be to have HBK? He's gone for a while after this tag match. Well, I guess that would be in November, so it'd be about 2 months. Then he comes back, wins the Royal Rumble, one more shot. He wants gold one more time and goes up against AJ Styles at WrestleMania. I mean, that sounds amazing. I remember the Royal Rumble, I forget, was it in Texas? I can't exactly remember where the location was, but there was a heavy rumor going around that HBK was going to come back to face AJ Styles. This was maybe a year or two ago. AJ was still champ at the time, but there was a whole thing about it online. I think even AJ Styles tweeted about it, but Shawn Michaels, once again, as he always has, turned down the rumors. I would say AJ, much like Rollins, is always talked about as being the best in-ring competitor in the world and will forever be in that conversation for the amount of amazing matches that he's had. So if Shawn Michaels is coming back for a one-on-one program, me personally, the match I would want to see most is him against AJ. But let me know down below what you guys think of this rumor, if you believe it or not, and if it's true that Michaels could indeed be making a comeback. Who would you want to see him be in the ring with, and why? I mean, there's definitely a lot of guys that left off this list. Johnny Gargano comes up as one guy that I've seen people throw his name around a lot that they want to see HBK go up against. But again, there are so many others. I mean, it's HBK, for crying out loud. He can basically have a great match with anybody. But that does it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely a little bit of a change on the channel to be talking about breaking news like this. But I did this when Kurt Angle came back. And I see this as just as big as a return that HBK could be coming back. So again, let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, though. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, stay tuned to the next one.